times to a later time will do a couple things. Number one, boost academic performance. Multiple studies show that later start times lead to more alertness, with results improved in attendance, standardized test scores, as well as graduation rates. Also, improvement in mental health, which we care deeply about. Increased sleep reduces rates of depression, anxiety, and behavior problems. By moving the high school start time to a later time, we aren't just giving our high school students a break, we're giving them a fighting chance to succeed. Additionally, these changes support our educators who find it difficult to inspire a high school student at 7 a.m. And I can, thank you. As we know, Trustee Barone has been a high school teacher for over 30 years, myself as a high school teacher. 7 a.m. teaching Algebra 1, no matter how hard I tried, I can tell you there were some that were just not ready to learn. So with the research about the later start times, improving academic performance, improving behavior incidents, also we've checked the research that we've been asked questions about car accidents with teenagers, later start times also that drops, which we're excited about. We're aligning the school day to the biological readiness to empower our educators to what they do best, engage, challenge, and inspire our students. They will be alert and ready to learn. We're making this decision to ensure that every student from our pre-K to our 12th graders is sitting in front of a teacher when their brain is most ready to absorb the knowledge that our teachers are sharing with them. Now I'm going to turn the time over to Dr. Jesse Welsh, who did a lot of the research with the rest of the team here within the district.
Thank you, Superintendent Ebert. So as we were talking about, this is something that is very aligned to what is best for our students. And there were a number of factors that we considered to inform this decision to change start times. CCSD conducted 2 community surveys, both with over 40,000 responses, indicating overall support for moving high school start times later. We've also spoken to many community partners, from our municipalities who offer Safe Key to our law enforcement partners who work with our students after school. Additionally, we've heard input from the Board of School Trustees and analyzed research on adolescent sleep. Some have asked if all CCSD schools could start at 8 or 8:30 a.m. And while that would be fantastic, we do operate the nation's largest school bus fleet, transporting over 120,000 students daily, servicing 31,000 stops. Starting all schools simultaneously would require tripling our fleet at a cost of hundreds of millions of dollars, funds that we believe belong in the classroom. We understand that this decision is far-reaching and impacts our community in many ways. This will change community traffic patterns, work commitments of students and parents, childcare, transportation, and extracurricular activities. We want to ensure the community that the decision was made with careful consideration of the many factors and input. We cannot ignore the science. We are choosing to prioritize the physical and mental well-being of our students over the status quo. Ultimately, it's our primary responsibility to maximize student learning and prepare our students for a bright future. And with that, I believe we're happy to answer any questions you guys might have regarding this announcement.
We are actually sending communication out to all of our parents as soon as this press conference is over. So 100% of our parents will be receiving a parent link. And then we're also including our students, because over 60% of the respondents to the surveys were our students. So they'll be receiving an email as well.
Is this option B?
This is scenario number 3. Yes, thank you. I have those specific numbers. So we have a one-time cost for the buses, and that is going to be $5.6 million. and then an annual cost of approximately $5.1 million.
James King, News 3. I know that some of the options had that it needed additional staffing to be able to have those bus routes run. Is this one of those options? Is there additional staffing?
51 bus drivers. You're welcome.
Where will the dollars come from for the extra costs?
Thank you. Yeah, so for the buses themselves, they will be coming from our bond funds. So that is not out of general funds. For the operating costs, the $5.1 million, that will be for staffing as well as the maintenance of the additional buses.
Superintendent, middle schools currently start around 8 a.m. right now, and this change shifts it back to 7:30 a.m. Given the data that you're talking about regarding better increased sleep for students starting school later, can you tell us about the decision to push middle school start times back to 7:30 from 8?
Yeah, so that's a very great question because so many things went into making that decision. The research does show the adolescent time frame, and when you get into that 8th grade level, you start to see that biological shift. So it's not really the 6th graders and 7th graders, it is though at the 8th grade. So we did actually take that into consideration. That's why it was just moved to 7:30 and not any earlier. When you think about it, you know, to have any student learning at 7 a.m., I think we were the only school district across this entire nation, public school district across this nation, that had a start time of 7 a.m. So we're really proud that we're able to get to 7:30. And then, you know, move from that point on. Our transportation folks ran so many scenarios. I mean, we kept asking them through Deputy Gonzalez, you know, anyways, they were great in running all the different scenarios and trying to get it optimize the fleet that we have, making sure we're getting everyone to school on time and that they have the transportation to do so.
Are you also expecting any impacts on before or after school programs with this new shift?
Yeah, Dr. Welsh had great conversations with the municipality, so I'll have him answer that.
Absolutely, great question. So we know for particular with our elementary, with it being such a small shift, we're anticipating a lot less of an impact at elementary than we could have had there. That was one of the considerations that went into our decision making. Was we've received some very clear feedback from our municipalities that a stronger shift with our elementary was potentially problematic. So that piece there, I think, mitigated that. With high schools moving to 8:30, it does allow for some opportunities for things to be a little bit different, perhaps. There is an opportunity for some of the sports, perhaps, to actually be able to do practices in the morning outside of the heat of the day. So that is a possibility, as well as some clubs and activities could still occur either before or after school, particularly at the high school level.
Do you guys have any feedback throughout all grade levels from teachers? Like, what's their attitude about this? Are they excited to possibly be going home earlier, or not so excited because they're staying with?
Yes, and yes. Yes to answer all of those. We have some staff that are very grateful for the shift, and others that are going to need to make family changes. But the upside of it is we know that the adults can adapt to the change, and this is focused on our students' needs.
We'll take one more question.
I guess the final question I had, I know Superintendent Eber, at the time when this was first circulating, you were state superintendent. This was like 2023. At the time, a big sort of obstacle was CCSD and the previous superintendent threatened to sue. But now you're the leader of the school district and you're able to implement this. Can you just talk about your passion for changing school start times, particularly for high school students?
Yeah, the work that we do, our entire team is focused on our what is best for our students. That's how we come to work every single day. And then to try to continue to find the solutions. This took, you know, our first survey went out in September. That survey, because of cost, it was mentioned here, it went out because it had no cost, right? But we heard absolutely from the elementary folks that 9:30 start time was just way too late. And so we went back to the drawing board, and I think when you have the community involved in the decision-making process. We know that we'll never get 100%, but when you have the majority and when you have the students in mind, again, the adults can change. It's our students that we're here to serve. And so I'm just really proud of this entire team. I'm very thankful for the 11 board members that we have and the entire community, you know, speaking with the mayor, speaking with law enforcement, folks in the Review Journal, they published a guest column that I believe it was a Sunday or Saturday. I was reading it, and I'm like, oh, that's great. They were in support of the change for high school students. And at the end, you know, it was a West Career Technical Academy student who wrote the guest column, and it was very well researched. And so, you know, it's about our kids. That's why we come to work every single day, and I'm really happy about this shift. And we will help parents identify, you know, resources that they need to be successful as a family as well to get their kids to school. Kids need to be in their seats every single day when they're well and they're capable to learn, because our teachers are amazing and they have a lot to offer our students. Thank you.